London Real, sponsored by Bulletproof Coffee.
Drugs are fun, but wait.
And then, you do drugs with your comedian friends. Oh my God. I mean, like the times I've done mushrooms with Doug Stanhope, I wouldn't trade that for anything in the world. Just, hanging onto the earth, like hoping I'm not going to fall off and go spin out into the stars. I was good friends with Mitch Hedberg. We had a lot of late night evenings.
So it's
great fun.
It's good fun. I mean, there just seems to be, maybe more so in comedy, or maybe I'm wrong, but there always seems to be, major drug issues. Pryor, Kinnison, everyone seems to be. Maybe that's just a fame thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was Pryor, somebody talking about Pryor said that, the thrill of being on stage and you don't want to come down. Or actually, I think it was the Belushi Wired book. But that was, what was his name? That journalist that wrote that book, Bob Woodward. I think that was his assessment of Belushi and comedians.
But you don't buy that?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's because you were the thrill of being on stage. I think comedians are usually people who are the life of the party. And the life of the party is usually driving the party. Let's have more drinks. Let's go find another place that's open if this place is closing. And it's not just drugs. I think the alcohol is the big thing. I've recently taken a break on drinking. I blacked out January 1st. And
New Year's Eve, New Year's Day.
New Year's Day.
Okay.
Night. And got 6 stitches on my forehead. Right?
Yeah, I was about to say
that's fresh.
Okay, I was like, either that's fresh or that's a great story from like 20 years ago.
It's actually it's kind of a cool scar.
Yeah, if you're listening, Tom has a mean scar over his right eye.
I mean, I look like Frankenstein too. When I had the stitches.
How many stitches? 6? Looks
6.
like 20.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I look in the mirror and I think, wow, I kind of look like a badass with this scar now.
I'm surprised those guys gave you a hard time, the hecklers, because they're probably like, well, it looks like
they were
a
in the
sexy
back.
beast
Maybe
scar.
they didn't have good eyesight. Yeah. I don't know. But so yeah, I'm actually taking a little break on the drinking, which is great because I'm so much more sharp and focused on stage, and I've got total recall of my jokes, past jokes, stories. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah,
and I nobody loves to drink more than I do. I've been a heavy drinker my whole life.
Drinking's a funny one because it's people say it's a drink, and especially in England, I mean, it's such a part of the culture.
Those big, tall, delicious English pints. Oh my God! And then shooting the shit with people all night.
And drinking during the day. When I first came here and worked in finance, drinking at lunch was a very standard thing to do. It was normal. So, but it's a very powerful drug. It's just that we don't think of it that way. So it's easy to get involved with it, and then all of a sudden, you got stitches. So I think people don't take it as seriously, maybe because it's not illegal, but it's right up there, I would say.
I know. I think I got lucky because I could have lost teeth. I could have lost an eye. I could have gotten a concussion, been knocked into a coma. I kind of looked at it like that. I mean, it was only for a second. And this guy was lifting me up, and there was just so much blood on the floor.
Must have been.
It was crazy amount of blood comes out of your forehead.
Were people freaking out?
Yeah.
And did you get to the hospital like right away?
This guy goes, "We got to call an ambulance." I went, "Fuck that. I don't have health insurance. Don't you dare call an ambulance." And I go, "How far's the hospital?" And he goes, 2 blocks. I go, 2 blocks and you were going to call an ambulance? So the bartender handed me a wad of napkins and I walked like John Wayne.
Is it in the States?
Yeah, in Philadelphia.
In Philly, okay, gotcha.
And Philly's a tough town. So it's funny that I did this to myself. Because like Philadelphia is a town where people get their asses beat. Which is what I like about Philadelphia. I mean, it's a tough town.